The Wandering Spirits. Liam had always been skeptical about the supernatural. He believed in science and logic, not ghosts or spirits. But that all changed when he moved into his new home, an old Victorian house that had been abandoned for decades. From the first night, he began to feel an unsettling presence. Whispers in the dark, cold spots in rooms, and shadows that seemed to move on their own. Every night, at exactly midnight, Liam heard footsteps on the stairs. Even though he lived alone, the sound would stop at his bedroom door, then fade away into silence. One evening, unable to bear it any longer, he decided to investigate. Armed with only a flashlight, he descended into the basement, where the noises seemed to originate. In the dusty corner of the basement, Liam found an old wooden chest. Inside, there was a yellow diary, its pages fragile with age. The diary belonged to a woman named Eleanor Blackwood, the previous owner of the house. Her final entries were strange, filled with tales of restless spirits and a curse that had plagued her family for generations. According to Eleanor, the spirits were trapped, wandering the house for eternity, unable to find peace. Liam read on. Eleanor wrote that the curse was tied to an ancient ritual performed by her ancestors. They had attempted to summon power from the beyond, but in doing so, they had bound the spirits of those who had died in the house to the world of the living. The spirits, unable to move on, wandered the halls, seeking redemption and release from their torment. As Liam continued to explore the house, he began to feel more connected to the spirits. One night, as he sat alone in the living room, a cold breeze swept through the room. The lights flickered, and then he saw a woman in a flowing white gown, her face obscured by shadows. She whispered his name, her voice soft but filled with sorrow. "Help us. We cannot rest." Liam delved deeper into the house's history. He discovered that several families had lived there over the years, but they all mysteriously vanished. As he connected the dots, he realized that the curse was real and the spirits were still trapped, unable to find peace. But how could he help them? Liam reached out to a local historian who had knowledge of the Blackwood family. She told him that to break the curse, a ritual needed to be performed during the next full moon. The ritual involved gathering the spirits and offering them a chance to speak their final words before releasing them to the afterlife. On the night of the full moon, Liam stood in the center of the house, surrounded by candles. He had followed the instructions from Eleanor's diary and had prepared the ritual. As the clock struck midnight, the temperature dropped and the spirits began to materialize around him, transparent figures with sad, longing eyes. Liam spoke the words from the diary, offering the spirits a chance to share their regrets and find peace. One by one, they spoke, their voices filled with sorrow. As they did, their forms began to glow with a soft golden light. When the last spirit spoke, a sense of calm filled the house, and the air grew warm again. As dawn broke, the spirits had vanished. leaving behind only the peaceful silence of a house that had once been filled with sorrow. Liam felt an overwhelming sense of relief. The curse had been lifted, and the wandering spirits had finally found rest. The house, now calm. Liam had freed them, and in doing so, he had freed himself from the fear that had haunted him for so long.